I know you're going to be excited about this today because we're going deep. There is an enormous fortune buried deep underground, we're gonna find it. We've already gotten beautiful copper ore, now we're gonna pick up whatever this is. Apparently it's trash. I got rewarded for picking up trash. There's so many shiny rocks to pick up, I don't know which one to start with. The problem is, I can only dig so many times before I'm full of dirt. But then we sell the ore to the bald man for pure profit. The trash is only worth $1, so we're mostly gonna leave that buried underground where it belongs. And we're currently using what amounts to basically a walking laptop, so we're gonna upgrade it for $500. And then we're gonna spend $725 to upgrade it again, and that's gonna give us things like more drill power, but also more dirt storage. And then I imagine only good things can happen. That extra drill speed is actually nice already. I'm obviously a very busy person with very limited time, so I need to be efficient. I'm not even that deep yet, but we're already seeing a lot more ore. Alright, so this is for you, my favorite weirdo, $180, $300. Do we think this one is gold? I'm not sure what it was. This can't be garbage. This looks like a gold ring, so it must be a gold ring. It is considered jewelry, so that's something. I've only now realized I only have 5 spots for ore so far. But the 5 ores I picked up so far are probably going to be worth a lot, almost $2,000. So let's spend $1,000 upgrading our mech one more time, then we get an extra dirt storage. Because I said we're going deep, and I almost never renege on that promise. For now, I'm mostly going to ignore the coal because that's just really easy for me to come back and get. The good stuff's obviously hiding way down below. And our dirt storage tank is so big that it'd be stupid not to go deep. The ore container, on the other hand, fills up quickly, so I've really got to be picky with what I do. But I did notice what appears to be a treasure map sitting here, so maybe that'll point me in the right direction. I don't know who buried all of this rope or why they did it, but I'm going to go ahead and collect it. Although I now realize that's probably considered garbage because it is in fact rope, and there's never been a use for rope in the history of mankind. Okay, I did actually find a treasure map, it just wasn't the one I thought. The treasure map will actually lead me to treasure apparently, it's down to the right somewhere, where it might be that goblet. Okay, apparently it's even better than the goblet, but we're full of dirt already. And for that adventure, $300, so we have over 5 grand. And since we found the Holy Grail, we're gonna pick it up. The treasure is still deeper down to the right. I also got rewarded with $500 and a small bomb for making it down 50 meters. I also found what appears to be a mine shaft, but I still haven't located the treasure. Apparently it is way deep. And let's face it, that's uncharted territory to me. I also helped this lunatic attach these pipes to this mine, so that's why I get passive income. So in theory, I don't actually have to be doing anything to make money, but I'm just a mole at heart. My new strategy for finding my way to the treasure is just to keep digging down until it's exactly to my right, and then I will go and get it. There's also a balloon made of glass down here, so I'm gonna work my way over to grab that, although I already screwed this up. Whatever this is has got to be valuable, though I've never seen one before. Okay, that is a sapphire gem. I suspect that's got to be worth a few dollars. 2,000 all by itself, and the jewelry I found 1,500. This all means that I don't need to use my walking computer anymore. I can actually buy what's called a worm. That's got 3 drill power, 3 dirt storage. And it's only a few $100s to upgrade it a few times, so I might as well do that, and then we can upgrade whatever we want. Mostly inventory size and dirt storage, that way I can just cram it full of profit. And then because I bought the mech, he rewarded me for buying it from him, so he gave me a further $6,000 to spend in his store. So now we have maximum dirt storage. We're now mining with a lawnmower. Probably should have upgraded drill power. This thing is slow. But its storage tanks are huge, so I'm just going to hold down for 10 minutes and see where that gets us. I don't know if this is garbage or not. It's a little bit hard to tell, so I'm going to have to pick up some mystery things at some point. And we're getting close to the level of the treasure. The line's not as steep. Also, below me is a rock. I can't drill through that, but I can blow it up. And I would wager that that's some very expensive jewelry. So when we finally take that back to the surface, we'll be rich. We can hold like 15 ores now. And we're on level with the treasure, so we're just gonna go straight to the right on floor 73. It never takes long before I hit a rock, and for some reason that rock is indestructible. I don't know what that is, but I want it. And when I want something, I find my way over to grab it. And I'm clearly very delicate when acquiring things. You can tell by the way I just blindly jam my massive drill straight into the object I'm mining. So on my way to find the treasure, I found another treasure map. That might actually be it right there. We finally found it just as I get full. So it's gonna have to wait just a minute. I'm gonna take my square-wheeled lawnmower back to the surface and unload. But with all this ore, that's gotta be worth a lot of money in total. $6,000. The pile of money is so big I could bury the man alive. As tempting as that is, I actually just want more drill power by a lot. We are so much quicker going through the dirt. This is much better. And let's go ahead and pick up what I assume is a treasure, and hopefully it's worth a absolute fortune. And then it's back to obsessively collecting whatever things we can find. But before going any deeper, we definitely want to pick up all the treasure maps we can. Because I feel like treasure is one of those things you can just never have too much of. Pretty sure that's an old boot. But whoever left it there probably existed a million years ago, so maybe it has some archaeological value. I can see how flight speed eventually is is going to be a thing. We're not even 100 floors down yet and it takes a second to get to the surface. The treasure we found is worth $5,400, which is roughly 2.5 sapphires. So I don't know if it's worth going way out of my way to find that, but if we happen to be close to it, we'll grab it. I think as we get down to floor 100, we're finding it tougher to dig through dirt. We are on floor 101 and the ore that's in the earth hasn't really changed at all. I found another treasure chest and maybe this one has bigger, better treasure in it. I did also find another mine shaft, so I should probably connect the pipes to here at some point. And I found another piece of treasure without a map. That treasure was worth $4,100, so it was a similar amount. Out of my golden piped mine, I'm currently getting $2 per tick. If I spend $2,000, I now get $3 per tick. So we're going to upgrade that a few times. We've just doubled our passive income. Then it's just a race to find all the treasure in the world. We did finally find a new piece of ore. It's something blue. And all the best things in the world are blue. That is a cobalt ore. That's naturally going to be worth a fortune. And the deeper we go, the more of it we find. Okay, suddenly there's actually a lot of it at about floor 150. And there's somebody's gold-plated glasses. And another mine. I've also learned that this little remote control thing is actually a teleporter, so for $1,000 I can bring myself to the surface. And at this point I think it's going to be worth it because even on a pretty mediocre load like that we got $8,000. It's so much it's literally raining money. You can only use those once every 5 minutes apparently, but in the meantime I want to go try and connect this to another mine to see if our passive income goes up by a lot. I have found another mine, so I'm just extending the current pipe down to reach it. So if I attach a pipe at this point, hopefully it is able to hit it there and doesn't need to be one spot lower. Looks like it might need to be one spot lower, so we're going to go one there and then that's hopefully gonna work. Yeah, that seems to have worked, so now we're getting double the passive income or something. Revenue 9, so that's fine. I'm kind of curious to see what happens. If I spend $8,000, it takes us from 9 to 12 for passive income. There is this mine down here on floor 150, but it would be so expensive to get here currently that I don't know if it's worth it yet. Especially considering the ground down here seems to be made of sapphires and cobalt ore. We found a few new things, a green gem and a red one. Probably the infamous emerald and a ruby. Please be worth millions of dollars. There's a treasure map down there. I am going to grab it, but treasure down here might not be worth it. It might be down there pretty deep anyway, so I don't know if I'm going to bother to try very hard to find it. But we're full of dirt and mostly full of ore. I'm going to grab just a few more ores for a few extra dollars. Then we can find out what these new gems are worth. The 7 cobalts are $2,500. The single emerald is $3,000. I wasn't paying attention when we took the red thing, but clearly it wasn't that valuable. Apparently someone who was down here once upon a time ago dropped their teleporter device, so that's ours now. Basically a free $1,000. And yet another mine on about floor 200. I was handed several $1,000s for making it down this deep and told I'm getting a distress signal from floor 400. So we're halfway to the distress signal. And I found someone's skull. If they were dumb enough to lose it, it's probably not worth much, but I'll take it. And I found more of the red ore. Still not sure what that is, I should pay attention when I grab it. I think it's what's known as Realgar, for $560 each, which is a lot for an ore. Don't worry, mysterious underground weirdo, I'm coming for you. I also missed the treasure by quite a large margin, but somehow I don't actually miss the treasure. At this point, I still might actually be making more money off of passive income, because I don't know suddenly where I got $21,000. What I do know is that we had lots of sapphires this time. We got $4,000 for that. That was $7,000 for half filled. And that means we can purchase the next mech called a snake. $500, $725, $1,000, $2,000, $2,000 again. We need lots of drill power, lots of storage. Maybe it's still worth upgrading at this point. It's hard to say, but I'll take more drill power. And apparently this is a snake. There's also side quests I haven't yet accepted, but probably should. So I need 10 silvers and 10 Realgar ores, but I don't know if I've even found silver ores yet. But I do like this drill power. We're gonna get somewhere in a hurry. Well, we're finding lots of the Realgar ores, so we'll go ahead and pick these up. I think we get double value for them right now. I don't know if this is just coincidence or if it's since I accepted the quest, but suddenly this ore is everywhere. Now I've got to sell all 10 of them at once, so I'm gonna have to collect 10 of them at once, which means I need to get rid of the dirt and I need to try and get rid of one single little whatever. So I'm going to see if I can... Nope, that didn't work at all. Given that I need to get 10 of those, why wouldn't it sell from the bottom up? That's just going to make it much harder to do. You know what? It's not even worth it for a double order anyway. I can just mine twice instead of going through all these extra hoops to get double money. But I also need more upgrades. I need more inventory storage. I honestly don't want to collect any more treasure maps because I feel like they're just going to distract me. And in a game with this many shiny objects, I have no shortage of distractions. I gotta say, I like the new inventory size. We've got like 1,000,000 ores on board. I feel like this load of treasure's got to be worth a lot too. We found all sorts of stuff. $8,500, definitely very strong. Since I'm definitely still annoyed at the lack of drill power, we're gonna go ahead and upgrade that. We just hit 300 meters and I also found treasure randomly. I also got a $3,000 reward for getting this deep. Maybe I should just be doing that, just going as deep as possible and getting just rewards for that. I did also find a new ore that's rainbow colored, so we're gonna go find out what that is right away. That is azurite. There's also another treasure chest literally right there. I found the other one like right here. And with all this cool stuff down the steep, we're actually finding a lot of the red ores, so we'll find 10 of them actually within a few minutes. Because I mined the 10 red ores I needed, I just got handed $6,000 and I'm allowed to keep going. But we need to unload anyway, so let's get double money. And the bald man's sister needs 8 pieces of jewelry, so if we can find that, which we inevitably will, we'll be rich. Okay, this was actually worth a lot, $18,000 because of the 2 pieces of treasure I found. Even this guy's impressed. He's so impressed he's gonna give me an extra $10,000. I like how people are so impressed by the amount of money I'm getting that they give me more. Like to the point where I have almost $50,000, so I'm gonna save up a true $50,000 because they'll probably be like, you know what, I'm so impressed that I'm gonna give you another $50,000. So they're obviously trying to make this game as realistic as possible. A few things of note here, one giant red crystal that I'm rather excited about, and more pieces of treasure. And also some caution tape stuck on a rock. Definitely not sure what this thing is, but let's blow it up. Let's blow it up again with bigger bombs. I don't know what this is. What I do know is that I want this big gem and I want it inside me. That was finally a proper ruby. I can only imagine what that's worth. I'm feeling pretty good about these depths. Look at all this colorful ore. Plus we're about to officially hit $50,000 with passive income, so we're going to find out if there's a milestone. And there's not. And that's okay, because just what we have on board is still worth well over $10,000. The ruby alone is 4. The treasure is 4, so the rubies are worth as much as treasure. Since we're getting rich quickly, we're due for a new mech. We're gonna buy the one that looks like I made it out of Lego 35 years ago. And we're gonna make sure we give it lots of good upgrades because we are quite rich. So it's gonna have lots of dirt storage, lots of inventory size, lots of drill power, and probably more dirt storage again. While we're at it, one more upgrade, more inventory. Maybe I miscalculated it, but it feels a lot slower to drill again, which is really annoying. So first chance I get, bigger drill. I also found a golden space helmet. Hopefully this is worth 100 grand. That would be outstanding. We're coming up on floor 400, only another 8 levels to go. That's where the distress signal came from. So I can hopefully charge the man in trouble a lot of money to bring him back to the surface. If he does want to pay for that, we'll leave him down here. Okay, I think we might have found our first gold ore, so I'm pretty excited about that. And there might be a lot of it, which is going to be very good for our money, but very slow to mine through. Well, the man who was stuck here apparently isn't here. We can't find him. I don't care. I have gold. And lucky for us, I accidentally misclicked, so we came back to the surface. But at least we can find out what gold is worth. $1,400 each. And this whole time I've had access to boosters, I probably should have been using them a lot more. Okay, the ground down here is stupidly hard to mine, so we're definitely going to need lots of upgrades. It's also really fun how suddenly all the gold ore has disappeared, so I'm very slowly mining through mostly garbage. I did still manage to find quite a bit of stuff on that one, $11,000, which gives us $23,000 to spend on more drill power. I'm actually going to decrease my inventory size to give me an extra drill power. That's going to make our drilling much quicker. And we're really quickly down to new ore. We found something purple. Even with the super upgraded drill, it's still getting slow, and the deeper it goes, the worse it's going to get. We mined a ton of gold, so that's got to be worth $20,000. And that means we can spend money again to put our inventory size back on. Coming up on floor 500, and we found something entirely new. Hope you guys don't mind if I just drill through your ceiling. Luckily, in order to repair this, all we need to do is hold E for a few seconds. And the point of doing that was, I have no idea because we're just going deeper now anyway. But down this deep, we're able to mine almost exclusively gold. Also 40 million carat rubies. We're full in dirt, but at least we can find a few more little treasures before going back. And I absolutely need to keep a teleporter on me at all times because I'm not flying back up. So our massive pile of golden giant gems is probably worth $30,000. $24,000 is still pretty good for 5 minutes work. But the best part is I can sit here for 4 years and come back to millions of dollars.